This is why the fans, as Luka walking back to the Mavs locker room, was having words with a fan.
The 4th-seeded Dallas have forced a Game 7 against the 1st-seeded Suns. How did they do it? In the NBA playoffs, where everything is all about the matchup hunting, Luka Doncic has been the one involved in most of them. The offensive genius is targeted 25 times per game in pick and rolls for his defensive weaknesses, while exposing Phoenix's stars for the same problem on the other side of the court. This chess match between two coaches has been spectacular to watch, so let's go over the evolution of this battle game by game and look how exactly Luka Magic is forcing the Suns to give their all. 6 minutes left in the third quarter of Game 2. That's the moment Phoenix decided to really put Luka's ability to defend on test. Dallas don't want to switch, so Doncic is late to recover. Crowder can shoot here, but prefers to attack Luka's closeout and get a better shot. He is not wrong, and after seeing how easy that was, the secret is out. CP3 calls one of their sets, where Crowder is popping out, and once again, Doncic can't even contain him for half a second. A moment later, now it's Booker's turn to play 1-4 screen with Dallas sticking to their plan, but trying to rotate harder on the pop. Bertans comes over, closing the extra pass, but not the drive, and here we see Luka again trying to protect the rim. Cam Johnson doesn't fall for the bite, and Dallas knows it's time to change something up. In transition, Johnson wants to set a quick screen, but Paul notices that Luka picked up Biyombo in transition. He ignores Cam for right reasons, snakes the screen and sees Mavs switching. Now we all know about CP3's greatness in isolation, but I don't think Luka stands a chance against anyone with this defensive posture. CP3 does his little dance and knocks in another mid-range. Paul is feeling it and attacks once more the same way. Dallas is not technically switching immediately with Brunson going over, and CP3 wastes no time in reading the coverage. Cam is wide open, and the show goes on. The lead is up to 7 when Luka finally gets some sort of traction, deflecting the ball on the first drive attempt. He is not as successful later, when 37-year-old Paul hits the accelerator and beats him to the rim. Jason Kidd has seen enough by now and decides to try and hide Luka, putting him low to start the possession and instructing Kleber to follow anyone who wants to set a pick for Paul. Too bad it doesn't really matter at this point who is in front of the point god, while he is entertaining the crowd with all kinds of dribble combos to get to his spots and incredible shot fakes to get completely wide open. Paul scored or assisted on the first 19 points in the fourth quarter and continued the onslaught later against Luka, with Dallas not being able to hide him in early screens, thus forcing switches. He single-handedly took care of Game 2, while Jay Crowder and Devin Booker thoroughly enjoyed what they saw from the Phoenix's bench.
And he's having words for the Mavericks bench.
The Mavs came back to Dallas with clear objectives in mind: adjustments hiding Luka, a higher defensive aggressiveness, and the need to include others offensively more. To be honest, the first part of the plan didn't work that well at all. Whenever Phoenix hunted Luka in pick and rolls, the Mavs blitzed the ball handler, forcing Paul and Booker to get rid of the ball and then rotating to the next man. The Suns' foundation is based on finding an open man, and after the initial double team, it wasn't a big problem. Here's the proof for you about Booker's IQ. The second time Mavs do it, he knows Dinwiddie has to lift, so he throws an immediate skip pass to the corner, sending Mavs rotations into complete chaos, and Ayton scoring easily after. The only good thing about this strategy is that it takes away the ball from your opponent's best player hands, which is a good thing, but obviously only if you aren't allowing layups and rather forcing the other team at least to make long shots from free. So if the plan to hide Luka didn't work, how in the world did the Mavs win games 3 and 4? The answer lies somewhere in between 2 points of emphasis. Dallas were much more intense on defense overall, led by Bullock shadowing CP3 full court and Finney-Smith doing a great job all night following Booker off screens. Blitzing forced Suns into a lot of uncomfortable situations, especially when they couldn't get quick advantages on first kick-out passes. It took the ball away from Paul and Booker, and the other Suns couldn't step up. There was an outlier in both of those Phoenix's losses in Dallas too. In Game 3, CP3 had 7 turnovers in the first 14 minutes of game time, losing the ball in unexpected situations while being pressured by Bullock. He was 1 turnover shy of matching his career playoff high, as well as equaling all turnovers Dallas made in all game. In Game 4, he fouled out in just 23 minutes of playing time, picking up extremely harsh calls against him like this offensive foul in transition, or an unlucky in-air collision with Luka right before the halftime buzzer. His subpar performances were also influenced by the fact that Dallas were looking to attack him on offense as much as possible, whether that meant involving him in post-ups or pick-and-roll defense. Luka is taller and stronger, while Brunson has enough strength against him and other Phoenix's guards, so it was an effective way not only to score, but also to create great opportunities for others when defense collapsed. This was a nice Ricky play for Bullock's free to start the game, and when Luka posted up Bridges from three-point line in Game 3, the Mavs bench summed up the situation perfectly well.
Because you know he can find the guy at any time. Look at it, taking his time.
Man, he just bludgeoned Bridges, battered Bridges.
Having lost both games in Dallas, the Suns had to respond in Game 5 in the Valley, and they did it in style. Just like in Game 2, the crucial run came in the second half, exposing Luka on defense. Up 1, they play zipper top pick and roll with red-hot Booker getting a straight-line drive at the Slovenian without much difficulty. In the next play, they use the transition screen once again, so the Mavs are not able to hide him and Booker pulls up with Luka way beyond in the drop coverage. 2 baskets in, another 1-4 pick and pop, and Dallas this time doubled, getting the ball out of Booker's hands. Crowder decides to drive the closeout, and Bridges finds himself an open shot, but look at Luka not picking up anyone while coming back and allowing Ayton offensive rebound. Down 11, Luka isn't even making Phoenix work for scores at this point. Dallas went to ice this pick and roll, but Bridges reads it perfectly, rolling in behind Luka, who just watches the lead balloon up to 15. Dallas didn't score for 5 minutes straight, letting this game go away, as they missed many open shots from deep after drilling one after the other in games 3 and 4. The icing on the cake was another try to hide Doncic by playing zone, which resulted in Luka not defending anyone and Suns breaking it with 1 pass. Phoenix won by a lot, and the game didn't lack trash talking as well, with Luka and Booker adding some extra spice to this series. Facing elimination at home, Luka delivered, and this time not only on offense. Obviously, he still wasn't perfect. In many situations he was involved in, often he had to help and then try to recover on long closeouts, making it almost impossible. But he finally gave Dallas what Jason Kidd was asking since Game 3.
Well, it's not just protecting Luka. He's got to participate. He's got to play defense. There's no secret. They're going to put him in every pick and roll.
Participating meant keeping his man in front for at least 1 or 2 seconds, making it easier for everyone else to help. Here, Suns target Luka again, and this time blitzing works just like it's supposed to. Luka reaches in quite aggressively, picking the pockets of Booker and then slowly tippy-toeing to the rim in the fast break. Few seconds later, Phoenix tried again, and I wanna go back to additional plus of blitzing. Not only it keeps Luka off the ball, but it also takes the ball away from opponent's best player's hands, and I can live with Bridges shooting a fadeaway all day long. Up 6 in the second, Luka plays great at the level of the screen, and even though Suns still find a good shot thanks to Paul's vision, this engagement and intensity is great to see if you are a Mavs fan. In offense, there are few others like Luka, so to break the equation, this defensive performance is enough since his teammates are working extra hours to contain Suns stars. After a slow start, Luka got it going targeting none other but CP3. It's been a tough matchup for the point guard since he is much smaller and skinnier. We see Luka waiting here for Bullock to come set a pick to get a mismatch, and then scoring after a filthy spin into a step-back move.
Goes to the screen, Luka with the step back, got it!
Has
And the
something to
Mavericks.
say to CP afterwards too.
Later, they run Spain pick and roll, and Ayton has seen Luka throwing these lobs to Powell way too many times by now, so he backs down too much, allowing an easy floater off glass. And when he decides to contest Luka at the rim in the third, guess what happens? Yeah, don't expect to outsmart the magician when he is in the paint. The Suns also had too many breakdowns defensively in Game 6. Not only Luka found his teammates open twice on identical baseline out-of-bounds play, where Suns simply committed miscommunication errors. Gotta do better if you want to win Game 7. Here Bridges expects the pick to come, opens up the left too much, thinking to ice the pick and roll that is not there, giving Luka a highway to the rim. Same happens with Crowder later, who wants to force him left, but opens up way too early. Luka says bingo, setting us up for a fantastic finish to this series.
Whose greatness supersedes the rules. And Luka Doncic is one of those players.
Offensively, any player is a mismatch for him, but it will take much more than that for Dallas to win Game 7 on the road. So far, all of the games in Phoenix have been decided by his defensive performance, so in order to win, he must repeat what he showed us in Game 6. Let me know who you think is going to the Western Conference Finals in the comments down below, and I'll see you in the next video.